Welcome to Caribbean Global Network News and Sports. I am Scott Wilson. In today's headlines, criminals on the run from state of emergency and target St. Mary. And in sports, Bangladesh destroys West Indies. With a state of emergency operation in the parishes of St. James and Westmoreland, the St. Mary police are now expressing concern about the migration of criminals to that parish. Commanding officer for St. Mary, Superintendent Bobette Morgan, said intelligence indicate that the state of emergency in the western parishes has been forcing criminals in the direction of the northeastern parish as they seek safe haven. Morgan, in her report at the monthly meeting of the St. Mary Municipal Corporation last week, said just recently a person of interest from St. Elizabeth was found hiding in the parish. Importantly, she said citizens have been cooperating. Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness calls on Diaspora to help fight crime. At the launch of the biennial conference of the Diaspora on Sunday at the Jamaica Pegasus in Kingston, Holness encouraged the Jamaicans living overseas to be a part of changing the island's culture of violence. For the past 30 years, Jamaica has seen an almost geometric rise in homicides, as well as an unabated rise, even acceptance of violence in our society, Holness said. The time has come to look at ourselves and address the uncomfortable subject. It will require members of the diaspora to help with the conversation about violence in Jamaica's society. There are some deep-seated, long-held cultural issues which are used from time to justify violence, according to the Prime Minister. Visitors to Jamaica being screened for measles. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says public health officers are routinely screening visitors to the island for measles in a bid to stave off the probability of importing the disease to the island. There has not been an outbreak of measles in Jamaica since the 1970s, when administering the MMR vaccine, MMR1 at 12 months and MMR2 at 18 months became routine. But Tufton said the risk of imported cases is great as a result of international travel, and he remains very concerned about the epidemic, which has hit the 1,000 mark in the United States and which accounted for 37 deaths across Europe in 2018. And in sports, Bangladesh destroys West Indies. West Indies cricketers found themselves completely stunned after putting up a high score of 321 and having Bangladesh hitting it off with ease, achieving the second highest run chase in ICC World Cup history. The loss for the Windies mean they may be close to elimination out of the Cricket World Cup. Shakib Al Hassan, who was a key figure in the team's comeback against the West Indies, said no one felt the score was a tough one. He said everyone was comfortable and just chilling, and he boosted their confidence and gave them the belief that they could chase the score. The loss has dropped them to 1 win in 5, with a hard road ahead against New Zealand, India, Sri Lanka and Afghanistan to reach the semi-finals for the first time in 23 years. Dacres appeals, gains new national discus record in Morocco. Jamaica's discus thrower Frederick Dacres' quick thinking and intimate knowledge of the rules of his sport resulted in him setting a new national record of 70.78 meters in the discus throw at Sunday's IWAF Diamond League event. The discus thrower's third round effort was at first ruled out as a foul, but was later overruled on an appeal by the athlete immediately after the competition. Fortunately for him, the mark had been measured and it surpassed his previous personal best and national record 69.67 meters that was set in June last year by a full meter. An official had raised the red flag nullifying Dacres' effort, suggesting he had committed a foul, but replays showed no infringements had been committed. The mark was also a new Diamond League and Commonwealth record, the first discus throw over 70 meters on African soil, and saw him shoot up 10 spots on the all-time list to number 19. Dacres has now moved from second place to first in the competition, as well as the world rankings in both instances past Sweden's Daniel Stahl. That's it for your CGN News and Sports. I'm Scott Wilson. Pleasant viewing.